The question of who is going to pay for all these sweeping changes I've been raving about hasn't escaped me. An idea is only as good as the realistic ability to implement it. There are any number of methods for raising funds to cover advertising costs and extensions of Free Comic Book Day. It would be interesting to see a fund set up for large-scale comic book advertising. Funds can be raised through auctions, merchandise sales, and various other functions at conventions, stores, and the like. The CBLDF and ACTOR, A Commitment to Our Roots, a fund dedicated to raising money for industry veterans in times of need, have successfully employed these methods of raising money, and a fund devoted to the cause of comic book awareness would likely gain comparable support. In terms of the local advertising I mentioned earlier, an advertising fund could have regional centers that hold fundraisers with local comic book retailers contributing when possible with raffles or auctions. The cost of ads in campus papers, flyers, and even short-term poster ads in shopping malls are within the realm of possibility, given enough support. These developments obviously won't happen overnight, but if the industry manages to work toward a common goal, I believe they're plausible. Which brings me to my next point. Every facet of the comic book industry, the publishers, the creators, the distributors, the retailers, and the readers, absolutely has to come together and become a cohesive unit in order for the industry to reach its fullest potential. There's far too much rivalry and infighting amongst publishers and creators, and consequently amongst their fans. There also exists a nasty tendency for assigning blame. When sales figures are disappointing, or when anything goes wrong really, the fingers start pointing. Publishers lay blame on the distributors or the creators. Distributors point to retailers and accuse them of not doing their jobs. Readers blame whoever it happens to be in vogue to blame at that time. And retailers point their fingers at publishers or distributors. This sort of thing is common in any industry, but with the shape of the comic book business that it is in currently, it could very well crumble if the bickering continues and entities keep working at cross purposes to each other. A sense of solidarity is vital if any real progress is to be made in promoting comic books to the outside world and broadening distribution options. It's time to move beyond petty bickering and focus on the fact that all publishers are in the business to put out quality comics and hopefully to expand comics audience. Every link in the chain is equally important and each bears its own responsibilities. Publishers' responsibilities are to provide and promote quality material, to keep readers entertained and informed, and to not make retailers' jobs any harder with ill-advised policies. The direct market already favors them too heavily. Creators have a responsibility to provide their best work and to complete it on time. This has increasingly become a concern since late books hurt sales even several months down the line, and not only siphon profits from publishers, but turn frustrated readers away. The distributors must do their part to support publishers, particularly the independent ones. Diamond currently has a policy of removing books from their catalog if they sell poorly, which only hinders the growth of the industry. It is also largely unnecessary, since it is virtually impossible for Diamond to lose money if a book doesn't sell well, since payment is not issued to publishers until after retailer orders have been made. Retailers' responsibilities are to keep their customers happy, not to alienate potential new customers, and to voice their concerns when subpar work is being offered by publishers. They also share with readers the responsibility of generating positive word of mouth for titles that warrant it. Readers' responsibilities are to demand quality content and to vote with their wallets, to quit buying a title if it starts to stink, and to not fall for gimmicky, prefabricated events that have no real consequence and are calculated to just sell more bad comics. Possibly most importantly, they share responsibility for increasing their own ranks. Support for the alternative press is a responsibility shared by all, in my opinion. If alternative and independent books don't sell, the diversity they offer will begin to disappear. The importance of supporting them can't be overstated. I'm oversimplifying matters here, but as I see it, these are the bare essentials to making the system work. In order for any positive change to be made, unity must be reached in the comic book field, and everyone working towards what's best for all involved.